I'm Rika Brandon, recruiting and retention expert. And this week, we're going to talk about one of the tools you can use to drastically lower your turnover rates, as well as improve the likelihood of people thriving in the role you're hiring them for. So without further ado, we're going to talk about job benchmarks. Now, we all know when we look around our office, especially assuming there's multiple people in this role already, that there's some people that are clearly higher performing than others. And, whether you call them your rock stars, your A players, whatever, those people really stand out and shine. And then you have your B players or your average people that do the job, they get it done, there's no complaints, but they're also not lighting the world on fire. And then, of course, there is the underperformers, the ones that you would definitely top grade if you thought there was somebody better out there, or if you had time to look. So I want you just to kind of keep those sort of three tiers of employees in mind when we talk about this. So there's the underperformers, which take more time, energy, and effort to manage, train, and get good performance out of. There's your average performers, which probably make up the bulk of your team. And then there's your top performers, who are going to be in that top 20%, maybe top 10%, deciding, depending on the size of your team. Okay. So one of the tools we use with job benchmarking is to be able to identify what are the key skills and personality traits required to succeed in this role. And so we identify those markers, and we do that with a very cool process that actually is patented, which who even knew you could patent something like that? I think that's pretty cool myself. But with that, we take subject matter experts, which might be people who are in the role currently. It might be immediate supervisors. It might be other supervisors that closely work with people in that role. It really is customizable to that role in that position, as well as how your organization is structured. But we take those subject matter experts and we have them complete an assessment as if they were the job. So we don't want to think of themselves as, Katie, the rock star, or, Bob, the guy who really we wish he would get it going. We want them to take it as the job itself. Like, what would be really the right answer for the job? And this allows people to disconnect from their preconceived notions of Katie's a rock star, because I'm going to let you in on a little tip here. You only have been comparing Katie to your other people. And what if Katie actually is a solid B+ player, but out in the world in that role, there are people who are far, far outperforming her, but you just don't have any idea because you've never seen them. So one of the things we want to do is make sure you're not using the tiny fishbowl that is your world and your company to identify what a top performer is. We want you to be really clear and focus on that job and what we're expecting it to deliver to the company, so you can get really great results and you're not stuck job benchmarking somebody who exists. Now, don't get me wrong, using those great high performers to guide it is 100% appropriate and accurate. But we do want to make sure that we're doing this with a really kind of data-focused mindset of we want to make sure we're capturing what would truly be amazing at this job, and then we can compare candidates to it. So once we have those subject matter experts take that assessment, and we do meetings to help everybody kind of get on the same page and understand what's most important. It's a really collaborative process that is super empowering and actually really exciting for most of the employees involved. Then we create what we call the benchmark. And the benchmark is an assessment that we have future employees, and in some cases current, if we're not so sure they're a great fit, take it. And then we get a report called a gap analysis that tells us where are the gaps, and are they too big to overcome? Or what will it take to overcome them? Or, hey, this person lands right in the middle of all the things we're looking for, so their chance of success goes way up. So it's one of those things that, obviously I would guess you've sat down with the people involved, you've thought about what the role is. Or if you're like a lot of my clients, somebody wrote the job description a long time ago and it's had very cursory updates over the years. So you might want to take a chance to look at it all over. But anyway, with job benchmarking, what we want to do is really get clear about what the business needs from the position and what kind of person, what their traits are, how they want to do things and why they want to do things match, so they can do the best job and not provide more training, management, and learning challenges for management to get them up to speed. So anyway, this is one of the great tools that we can offer for you to help you really figure out what do we need to thrive and, kind of get beyond hey, we need to fog a mirror. Now, I appreciate that right now we're in a candidate short market. There's probably been some resignations and things like that. So I encourage you to think of this as a way to, one, really get clear about what you need, really direct your recruiting efforts and attentions to the right people, and also top grade, because when we get it right, we're going to have less turnover. So anyway, if you think this is something that could help your team, if you have more excessive turnover or a higher level of underperformers than you'd like, please reach out to our team. We'd be happy to help you. Otherwise, if you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll get notified whenever I drop a new video. And of course, if you need anything and you want to talk to us personally, go to buildinggurus.com/discovery to schedule a meeting with me or one of my team members. And until the next video, happy hiring.